Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Guys, welcome guys. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So guys, today we're going to talk about the Trinity again. Once again, you see. Now, the question today is the will. So when you have three persons and one being, right? The Trinity. How many wills are there? Okay? How many wills are there? That's the question today. Some people say there's one will. Some people say there are three wills. Okay? If you say there are three wills, you're just making it clearer and clearer that see, you have three gods there. If they have three wills, you have three gods. It's even much more clear because they have three different wills. Okay? Even if they are united, like if you say they are so united that this one has his own will, this one has his own, the Father has his will, the Son has his will, and the Holy Spirit has his will. But for some reason, they always make the same judgment. They agree, okay? If you say they agree, it doesn't change the fact that there are three wills, okay? It's number we are counting here. We are not saying what decision. It's like, okay, our family made a decision. Does that mean that other people didn't have their own opinion, okay? So if how many opinions were made? All of us, we give our own points, then maybe we made a consensus, or who has the best authority among us, and we said, okay, you talk, you know? But it doesn't change the fact that there are many people talking there, giving their own opinion. Now, in the case of the Trinity, how many wills are there? Do you know the answer? Okay, ask yourself that question. If you say there are three wills, you see what you're saying now. If you say there are three wills, that means you have three gods. You see, it's even much more clear that. But people, they know this. So they want to also, it's always ambiguous, guys. They want to make it more ambiguous and more ambiguous. So they will say they have one will. And you're like, what do you mean they have one will? How? I want them to like say something like this. There's like the persons and being distinction that they always make. Maybe they should also say like this, that you see, there's three wheels and one wheel. It should be like that, like three wheels and one wheel. Like they always make this distinction. There's three wheels but one wheel. There's this one is this, but they are not three, but they are one. You see, this kind of statement, okay? They should also do it with the will, but actually there are two positions, as I told you earlier. The first one is one I've told you about the three wheels. The second one is about the one wheel. So you might ask them, what do they mean by this one wheel? So they said, see, because we have already said there are three persons and one being. So the will is in the being. The will that we're talking about, the will is in the being, it's not in the persons. Whoa. Look at that trick. That the will is in the being, is not in the persons. So the will is in the nature, somehow. Is in the nature of the one being or one divine nature. And the three persons, the will is not there. That's why they have one will. So that's how they will say they have one will. But the question is, this is like, because if you read like New Testament, you see like Jesus talking to his own Father, like, see. You might say, okay, maybe he's talking as a man and stuff like that. You know what? I give you. No problem. I give you. If that is what you're saying, that means the persons individually, they don't have a will. They don't have will. So all of them, they are sharing one will. Okay? You might think that, so what is bad there? The point is, none of them can claim that will belongs to him. Okay? So they will be sharing the one will. Even me as a human being, I have my own will. Me as a human being, one person, I have a will. And you're saying God, three persons, they are sharing one will. Okay? That's what you're saying. So they don't have the mind of their own individually. They have to share one will. And bro, just wait. Now, can something that is unconscious, can it have a will? Just think about it. Something that is unconscious, can it have a will? Because is the one being conscious? Is it some self? Because only selves have consciousness. Only people or persons have consciousness. And consciousness, are you saying the being, when you make that distinction, are you saying they are separate? If you say they are separate, we can even give you, say, any which way we can give you. If you say the three persons are separate from the one being, so and now you're saying the persons, they don't have will. The will is in the person and the being, in the one being that is separate. Okay, if that's what you're saying, now look what's going to happen. That means the being is conscious and it has a will. The being on itself, it has a will. Okay, because the persons don't. That means the being is real. If the being is also real, that means you have four entities there now. It's not three anymore. You have four. Because something that has a will, is something that can interact, something that is conscious. A will, for example, a human will. What is a human will? Like what's it called? What you want to do within your capacity as a human. Okay, that is your human will. Okay, for a divine. So now, if the being that is separate, is different from the persons, is the one that has a will, then how does it interact with the persons? If when the Father says, "I want to do this," is it the Father saying it or the being? You see the problem that comes. You have to say that, see, this being, any which way, even if you subscribe to that, this will that is in the being is somehow in the Father, okay, and then somehow in the Son, and then somehow in the Holy Spirit. Any which way, there will still be three gods, because how do they interact? How does the being interact with the person? Is the being something that is like another thing? Think about it before you make that distinction next time, because you see, all this is just confusion. How easy it is to just believe one God, the Father. Simple. The Father has a will. Simple. The Father wants to do whatever He wants to. He sends a messenger. He does whatever He wants. That is His will, the Father. You now want to make this complicated? At the end of the day, when we ask you about these questions, come out and explain it. I challenge you. Come out and explain what you mean by this. And we'll show you why it doesn't work. Whether one wheel or three wheels, it doesn't work, guys. So let's just keep it short, guys. So if you think you understand it, please comment and explain what you mean. Do you think the Trinity has one wheel, or there are three wheels in there? Choose your question. Choose your answer wisely. Okay, so guys, like this video, share it with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.